Episode 5 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, In the Name of the Mother. Let's talk about it. I'm Brandon and welcome back to Screen Warz. Today we're talking about Episode 5 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, titled In the Name of the Mother. This title has significance because every Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, when they take their vows to becoming a knight, they have to say, in the name of the mother, I charge to protect the young and the innocent. Something along those lines. So the episode starts off again right where we left off in episode 4, right before the trial of 7. I like the part when it showed Dunk and Raymond throwing up in nervousness energy right before the trial. Another reason why this show is just resonating with fans, although it's based in a fantasy world where dragons exist, it is grounded in reality. And if I was about to fight to the death, I would probably be on the same nerve level. So the trial begins and I'm like, oh yeah, Dunk is about to fuck some people up, let's go. And instantaneously gets knocked out. He gets stabbed right off of the first joust. Then it cuts to a kid looting the bodies, what makes it look like the end of the joust. And literally for a split second, I honestly was like, oh, Dunk isn't the one who they were showing in this joust for like a split second. Then I realized that it was a flashback. And that's the majority of the episode, which I will say I'm not a huge fan of flashbacks the majority of the time. I think if you need to over-explain and show every single thing that happened, it's usually a sign of not good storytelling. But I really didn't hate this flashback all that much. Although the girl that was with Dunk the entire time, I was like, wow, this girl is super annoying. I hope that she doesn't show back up in the show. She eventually gets her neck slit open. It's terrible to say that I was somewhat relieved. I was like, thank God this girl's not in the show anymore because her character was just annoying to me. Then we get to see Alan of Pennytree come in and saving Dunk, which was very comical, very cool. I love this show's grit and its down-to-earthness. Although it's a fantasy show, it feels real. He kind of reminded me of Jim Leahy off The Liquor. The liquor did it to me. It was the liquor. The liquor.
Randy. I am the liquor.
So we get the whole backstory of how Dunk became in the service of Alan of Pennytree, which I don't think we needed a whole visual explanation of, but I didn't hate it. The flashback ends with Alan of Pennytree telling Dunk to get up, then he wakes back up, and the trial of 7 continues. This by far was the best battle scene we have seen in such a long time. Just the level of realness and immersiveness I felt while watching this, it was incredible. I felt like it reminded me of the Battle of the Bastards in, I think, season 6 of Game of Thrones. One of the best battle scenes in all of TV. And this thing was brutal. Dunk probably got stabbed 10 plus times. Then we finally get what we've been waiting for since episode 1. We get Dunk's 1v1 with Aerion Targaryen. And this, again, was brutal. It just really felt real. It felt like this could actually happen. Although Dunk did get stabbed probably more times than any human could stand getting stabbed. It was like, it kind of was a little Peter Griffin and the chicken.
Gonna give us enough time to cross-check the...
But I really did enjoy how this ended. And every time it cut to Aegon, really that kid is such a good actor because you really felt his emotion on his face. And you just felt the tension. So Dunk finally gets Aerion to forfeit the trial of the 7.
I withdrew my accusation.
So Dunk survives. I'm thinking, wow, Dunk is pretty fucked up, but all in all, this went pretty well. And after he's pledging his service to Baelor Targaryen, like, let's fucking go. He's gonna be part of the Knights Guard. Let's go. And then as soon as Baelor was like, I want to take off my helmet, I was like, oh, he's dead. I knew instantaneously he's dying. That's what happened. They help him take off his helmet, and he's got a giant hole in the back of his head. I don't understand how that could have happened with the helmet on. They're gonna have to do some explaining there, because that helmet is some aluminum or some paper mache or something to have a giant hole in the back of your head. I was pretty shook. I actually enjoyed Baelor Targaryen, and that is where the episode ends. Realistically, we did not get too much in this episode. A flashback to see how Dunk became squire to Sir Eleanor Pennytree, and just the end of the trial of 7. That's pretty much all we got this episode. Now, we only have one episode left of this season. It is only a 6-episode season, which I'm not mad about. I don't want them stretching out anything. I don't want any filler episodes. The source material for this stuff isn't that long, so stick to the source material and you'll be good. My prediction for the show, chaos. I think shit is gonna hit the fan now that Baelor is dead. I think they might blame Dunk, and he might have to flee in secrecy. I think him and Aegon might have to flee together. And if I had to guess, Aerion is not going to take this defeat lightly. And he's going to do whatever it takes to get back at Dunk and save face, basically. But I really want to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of this episode, and what are your predictions for the final episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.